Have you ever solved a messy problem for someone else? No degree, no contract, no fancy suit, just you, showing up, thinking clearly, fixing the mess. What if I tell you this is actually consulting? Well, let me tell you the truth that most people will never tell you. To become a consultant, you don't need a degree, you don't need a certificate or a diploma from anywhere. All you need to do is to focus on the problem. So why am I telling you to become a consultant? First, because you are a consultant, since you are expert in something. Second, because you can actually generate money out of that. So consulting is a soft skill. It's not basically a manual skill that you have to learn like become a mechanic or chef. Basically a way of thinking, is a way of analyzing and structuring your thoughts in a way and package it to the problem owner or the client and trying to convince them how they can really solve their problem. As a consultant, you don't even need to solve the problem. All you just need to do is actually pointing out what is the pain point, what is the root cause of the problem, what are the alternatives of solving the problem. And finally, is just putting a framework. What is the recommendation, what we call a roadmap to solve this problem. So my name is Dr. Malik Weld-Ali. I'm a managing consultant. I'll tell you more about managing consultant, but before that, I would love to share with you how you can actually unleash the consultant within you and actually start to build your skills that will generate money for you, and you will enjoy it because it's something that you're already comfortable with. It's something that's within your comfort zone. There are a lot of skills around us. So computer science, maybe you're expert in PowerPoint, maybe you're expert in Excel sheet, maybe you're expert in telling a story. So whatever your skill is, you're able to convert that into consulting. But the smart thing is, not all your skills will be needed by all the clients. So just like when you go to the market, not all products are wanted. So the lucky consultants are those consultants, they have the skill that everyone is looking for. So maybe now we just need to understand the consulting role. Consultants don't really bring magic. They bring structure, they focus on the problem, and they try to analyze and understand where the problem started. But here's the trick. Most people have already developed the skills, but they have never labeled them as a skill and packaged them in a way for people to ask them for help or ask to hire them to support them. Once you have the skill, sometimes people, they will ask you to help, but you never negotiate how you can offer your services. Maybe people, they will take advantage of your skills without even you taking advantage of your own skills. So my name is Dr. Malik and I'm a physician by background. I graduated from medical school. I wanted to become an orthopedic surgeon. Traveled to Germany, Saarbrücken, and worked in a hospital there, and I found that to become a clinician and a surgeon is not really my passion. I have to learn skills that I'm not really passionate about. But where I was passionate with analysis. After I quit becoming an orthopedic surgeon, I moved to Canada to work as a mechanic. I took a year off, worked as a mechanic, a chef in a Lebanese restaurant. I worked in several places, painting, cutting grass, cutting hair for people. And I wanted to understand who am I, what makes me happy, and how can I work in something that I'm very passionate about. I joined a research organization. I wanted to really learn how to be part of the clinical trials and do research on others. And I loved how I can create a research scenario, hypothesis, testing medicine, pharmaceutical medicine, which was approved by the FDA on patients. And we generated a lot of data from the patients we were testing the medicine on. And I found that I'm very passionate about projects. That's where after I became a certified researcher, I became a certified project manager. And then I found data is so rich that you can create a project out of it, and then the AI start to be the hype and the trend. And I moved to a company where I could really utilize the AI to come up with a recommendation and streamline and come up with out of the box ideas, just because you can really process millions of data points at the same time. Currently, I'm a managing consultant in data and AI. I don't practice medicine, but I really use my domain, and this is my recommendation to you all the time. If you really want to become an expert in AI, you have to bring your domain into the AI. So you don't have to be a data scientist, because you just, right now, the AI, you don't even need to code. Everything is ready for you without even coding. You can create your own agentic AI that prompts a lot of responses to you and think whatever you want as per your request. So all you need to know is actually how to create a value. And that's where your skills will be focused on. The purpose of this video is actually to tell you that you are capable of generating money out of your skills. You need just to know how to shape and label your skills. And beside that, you should definitely utilize the technology, and the latest technology that supports you is AI. So for example, you may be a writer. You could utilize this skill utilizing AI. So the good news and the bad news. The good news, technology is helping us become more productive and efficient. But the bad news, AI could replace those who are not really willing to utilize the technology. So if you are really stuck with a manual routine job, you will be finding yourself one day replaced by technology. Marketing team, if you don't really know how to utilize the AI. So when you utilize the AI, you actually bring whatever is the AI capable of doing. And that's where you can complete the value chain by bringing something that the AI itself currently not able to generate. But trust me, in the future, the AI will do most of the marketing job. And it's the same thing for the filmmaking. Now we can see the AI is actually producing a lot of films, a lot of videos, a lot of music, even cloning your voice, cloning your face. Now you are actually able to become more efficient. So it could be a curse to have an AI in our life, because now we are stepping on our toes, that we are at the edge. We need to learn more and more. It's a good thing, because now you actually use your brain. There was a study that showed that when you use your ChatGPT, you're actually utilizing part of your brain parts. But it's true, since you're not really overthinking on how to do the calculation. Similar to the story when we were saying that you memorize how to do multiplication with numbers, and now people, they're using calculator. And currently people, they use their voice to ask ChatGPT to solve problems for them. Some students, they really take a picture of the equation and then ask ChatGPT to do it, which means that the challenge is not really how to find an answer, is actually how to come up with an idea, a new genuine idea that the AI itself could not really generate. So since we live in this distraction around us, and you have a lot of skills, but maybe you never labeled them, and you have a lot of skills that you want to learn about from AI, I recommend that you always start within yourself. What's your niche, what you are capable of, and what skills that you own that will make you differentiated from others. And then look at the market, what skills they're looking for, and is the skill replaced by AI currently? And when I say AI, think of tools, platforms they produce, or have a family of products they can do the skills you do. Maybe it's writing, maybe it's drawing, maybe it's maybe even coding. Like coding right now is being replaced by AI. When we look at the physicians, as a physician, I would not really say AI is replacing physicians, but actually we are implementing a lot of AI to monitor the safety and compliance of physicians into the healthcare practice. We monitor them through the data they generate through the healthcare system, how safe they are, what's the best practice they're doing, are they following the regulation and the policies. So AI is really making everyone to the standards, trying to make sure you comply, but also it it creates an area for improvement. I really encourage everyone to dig deep into their skills. There is a possibility that you don't really know what you are good at. And that's where you need someone to talk to you and just like explore you. Remember the story I told you that I left medical school or the orthopedic. I worked for 1 year doing multiple of jobs. The reason for that, I had a session for 4 hours where I was interviewed by a psychologist. I really wanted to understand my personality and how can I become passionate about something I really want. And then the psychologist, after 4 hours of assessment, she told me that I'm really good with analysis and I'm always trying to create a problem. I also enjoy fiction. I enjoy fantasizing stories, creating theories. So that psychologist or that assessment never told me what I want to become, but it gave me the clue that what I'm capable of, what I'm enjoying, what brings that moment to secrete the dopamine in my mind when I with whatever I do, basically analysis, problem solving, and trying to understand the root cause. I personally enjoy empathizing with others. I try to really understand how they feel. I try to even understand their intentions, body language. And so this is when I deal with a human being, but I also feel I can understand the objects, the silent language of the objects around me, meaning that I'm very good with analyzing and I really enjoy it. And if we talk about you are someone with skills, maybe you don't really know them, but these skills could be shaped and labeled and packaged in a way and offered to multiple clients they are looking for, and they will really hire you for who you are. But just remember, now you are having a competition with the AI. The AI is learning every day how to learn new skills. So whatever your skills are, you need to always learn and get yourself out of your comfort zone. And why I started with consulting. Consulting is basically when you share your knowledge and the know-how with someone else. So if you look at the AI right now, it's basically consulting. It's actually consulting everyone how they do it, even how they should play their music or generate their album, they write stories. It's mostly consulting, and you could be a consultant that because you have been here for years and years, and you know something that even the AI is not capable of learning because of the limitation of the data. Is this AI could not really reach out to. I really encourage everyone to dig deep into yourself. Try to come up with a storyline of yourself that you are actually the consultant, you know what you want, and you really try to work on attracting clients, development of clients' portfolio, and maintaining a client that you actually worked with, trying to become more proactive with your clients, because clients, whoever they are, they always want someone to maintain them and really be proactive with them, solve the future problem for them. So maybe the question that comes to your mind right now, how can I be hired by a client? First, you need to consult with them, package it, make it visible to everyone, make others to really see how you can provide them with your offerings, and make them to really access to you, reach out to you in a way that do not really make them feel vulnerable. So you have to maintain their confidentiality, you have to put the rules with them. There are a lot of ways that you can actually create that channel between you and clients. And remember, sometimes you have the skills and you have that channel, maybe you have a platform or web page or like Instagram page, people, they know who you are, but the thing that the skills that you're offering is not wanted by the clients. So that's where you have to always start with yourself. I'm sorry that I took too long, and I really just wanted to share this with you all, and